Welcome into the PHNX Daily Bet Show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave a 5-star review. I'm joined by Johnny Vanderbilt, as always, on this fine Tuesday. I'm Shane D. from Lock. What's up?
What's up, brother? Yeah, we had a banger of a night in Major League Baseball that I'm excited to talk about. The studio is being shipped out to Four Peaks. Is that what you're telling me right now? So we get this gorgeous view of your with some wiring.
We get the nice wire shot.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I highly suggest if you're listening on audio to come over and watch the video version because, my God, this shot is just absolutely primo. Yesterday was a good day for us. And also a good day for one Kyrie Irving. I know how much you like to talk about Kyrie Irving.
I do.
I forget the exact quote, but he said something like, "Normal people keep the world going, but it's leaders like me," or something. I'll find the exact quote. I don't want to butcher it, but
it's really normal and a really rational thing to say after you opt into a $37 million contract. Yeah. Listen, we went through a whirlwind of emotions yesterday after the show was over.
Yeah.
Because the DraftKings Sportsbook app went and had live odds on where DeAndre Ayton was going to end up. And I think when the day started, he was at plus 2,200. By the time right before Kyrie Irving's announcement that just threw everybody for a loop, typical to Kyrie, it had gotten down, Shano, to plus 250 that he was going to go to the Brooklyn Nets, which in de facto would have made Kevin Durant would have been a Phoenix Sun. That the trade, Kyrie Irving opting out, going to the Lakers potentially in a deal, which would have made Kevin Durant then force a trade. They wouldn't trade him in conference. And so DraftKings almost had not even money, but same odds for him to remain a Phoenix Sun as well as go to Brooklyn, which, of course, Kyrie torpedoed all of that. And now they're going to run it back next year. When I get over this, Shane, I will bet feverishly on the Ben Simmons-led Brooklyn Nets next year. I'm going to be all in again with them.
Of course, that's a very Johnny-built team. The exact quote was Kyrie Irving said, quote, "Normal people keep the world going, but those who dare to be different lead us into tomorrow. I've made my decision to opt in. See you in the fall." But a lot of people don't think that he will be there in the fall. And you were talking about the odds. We talked about this on the Sun Show. I made this graphic for the Suns yesterday. This is what Johnny was talking about, where the odds were shifting. At 10 a.m., Brooklyn was at plus 2,200, if you remember. A little bit ago, they were at plus like 4,000. But at 10 a.m. yesterday, they were plus 2,200. Then at noon, they were plus 700. Then 1 p.m., they were plus 400. And then at the time of the show, they're at plus 300. And I think they went down to 250, as Johnny said. And then when Kyrie opted into the contract, they went all the way tumbling down, and DraftKings took the odds off of their book. So I don't know if they're still there. I'll check in a second. But yeah, aside from that, do you think that he really is going to stay at Brooklyn Net, or is he gone?
No, they're running it back.
Gone, by the way.
And DeAndre, there's no trade down, in my opinion, outside of like a LeBron, which I know PHNX Suns did a scenario on their show today. Check it out. That makes sense to trade DA now. You're not going to be better. And there's no trade right now where you trade DeAndre Ayton unless it's for LeBron or Kevin Durant, and you're going to be better for next year. So I think DeAndre Ayton, I mean, we could have got plus money that DeAndre Ayton would have been a Phoenix Sun in 2022 to start the season. And we would have made out pretty well yesterday with the way that was trending. It was one of those scenarios where they only happen once in a blue moon on DraftKings, where it's like, if he gets traded and I have to eat money, but I get Kevin Durant, my heart is full, but then I can make a little bit of coin on what we probably think is going to happen anyway. So, but as far as Kyrie Irving goes, I think, listen, their preference is to keep KD. And the only way you're going to keep KD is if Kyrie is back and those two are meshing well together. They're still brothers. I mean, Kevin's got 4 years left on his contract.
Yeah.
I think now that they've smoothed things over with Kyrie and they're going to run it back, Kevin has to stay now, doesn't he?
I just don't. I'm not bought in completely that Kyrie's staying. There's services reporting that the Lakers trade is still in play after Russell Westbrook opted into his contract. Can you imagine a Westbrook and Ben Simmons on the Brooklyn Nets next year, Johnny? Wouldn't that just be so electric?
No, it would be unwatchable in the best possible way, by the way. Russell Westbrook's contract to opt in was $47 million.
Yeah.
Good hell. LeBron has to take a look at that team and just say, "Hey, let's kickstart your rebuild, LA. Ship me out of town." And I think the Lakers should abide by it. They're not a championship team. They weren't a playoff team last year. If he's smart, they should sell off Anthony Davis too. Um, I think Phoenix should engage with the LA Lakers now on some kind of package deal to get LeBron here. Shit, could you even conceive a trade in which, like, I know the money would have to work, but like, could you somehow get LeBron and Anthony Davis for DA and a bunch of picks and players? Because the Suns have viable, cheap options outside of DA, young players that I think the Lakers would covet. And then LeBron gets to come here and play with Chris Paul. I don't know a damn thing about the NBA salary cap, but just feels like sinking ship. LeBron and Anthony Davis should be a package deal because of clutch sports, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean it does, but I don't know. The NBA is weird.
None of that's going to work.
Yeah.
out.
Well, as I said yesterday, you can watch the PHNX Suns live at 2 p.m. They got Live Morning, and they're doing a Trade Machine Tuesday today, so make sure to tune in for that. But for now, we're talking betting. We're talking our bets yesterday, and we got those on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. If you didn't cash in, I apologize, but make sure to cash in today for our picks because we were hot yesterday. So download it today. Use that promo code PHNX when you sign up at just $5 on the UFC card this weekend, which I'm so fired up for on Saturday, but just $5 on any fighter. And even if they get roundhouse to the face and knocked out in the first 20 seconds, you still get $100 in free bets. I'm throwing all my money on the style bender. I think we love some Izzy Adesanya here. 2 title fights. Sugar Sean O'Malley from Arizona is fighting, so it's gonna be a good time. Make sure to watch that. Throw some money on it. Even if you're not a UFC fan, watch the undercard. You can get it for free if you have ESPN Plus. So highly encourage that and bet just $5 on it. Get $100 in free bets instantly. No matter what happens. So, yeah, it's a no-brainer. Just a reminder, you must be 21 or over. Arizona only. Restrictions apply, and see show notes for more details. Why are you smiling, Johnny?
Nothing. Just excited about all the fun stuff we have planned, not only this weekend, but tomorrow at Four Peaks Brewery.
Yeah, Four Peaks Brewery. Make sure to get there. We'll be live early, live all day, 11 a.m. to whenever the last show is. I believe D-backs is the last show. So make sure to join us for that. And if you're not, and if you're too far away, if you live in Maricopa, you can get Four Peaks anywhere in Arizona. It's fantastic beer. But yeah, if you come out, make sure to get some on tap. And if you say you're with PHNX, you get $3 drafts of Kilt Lifter and Joy Bus. So or $3 off. So yeah, make sure to do that. It's gonna be a really good time. I'm super fired up for tomorrow.
Basically free.
Yeah, basically free. Just remember, you have to be 21 or older to drink, and you got to enjoy responsibly. We enjoyed our picks responsibly yesterday. Johnny, why don't we go over yours first?
Yeah, I went 2 for 3, 1 for 2 in my straight picks. The Red Sox laid a big clunker, but the Yankees came back. They were down by 5, and then we had just the most egregious inning I've seen in some time, with a 7th inning that consisted of 2 catcher interferences for the Oakland Athletics. It was beyond bizarre. It let
Sean
the Yankees.
Murphy.
Yeah, that guy, man. Is he sent down to AAA yet? Jesus. So basically, the Yankees rallied. Josh Donaldson, who's been a corpse this year, almost a bases clearing double, got 2 go-ahead runs in. Yankees are on fire, man. Right now, that team looks like they're destined to be the number 1 seed in the American League. The Red Sox, I still think, are playing good ball. They just had a bad night last night. That's fine. That'll happen. So 1 for 2 of my picks, but then my prop of the evening, if we want to just ship on over to that, I said it was like one of my locks of the century as it relates to the MLB season. I felt so confident. Adam Wainwright for the inning star of St. Louis Cardinals goes 7 shutout innings against the Miami Marlins at home last night. Cardinals shut out the Miami Marlins, and Wainwright looks good in the process. He's kind of their default one now. No Jack Flaherty. Dakota Hudson, who's pitching today, has been a disappointment. So, he's like 40 plus years old and still pitching shutouts in St. Louis. You love to see it.
Yeah, 2 for 3 is adorable and cute and all, but how about a 4 for 4 with some plus money, Mr. Johnny Venerable? Yankees minus 1.5. We talked about that. Sean Murphy, a good catcher, but had a couple weird plays last night. Ended up being one of the, as Johnny said, one of the weirdest innings I've ever seen. I was very fired up watching it. Cleveland and Minnesota, that hit the over. Lots of runs in that game. One-sided affair for the Twins. And then the Angels' first 5 money line. They're up 2-0, bottom 5. And then in the top of the 6th, they gave up 2 runs to tie it. That's why you take the first 5, folks. So 3 for 3 there. And then Vlad Jr. Bomb City plus 320. I believe it was a 3-run shot in the route of the Red Sox. So yeah, we love to see that. Nice little 4-for-4 day for your boy.
Congrats, my man. That's like me in the NFL season when I just basically hit all my picks. But
cannot wait to get back to the NFL season so the viewers know that you are lying. All right, let's talk about let's talk about some more MLB. Johnny, I know you're still riding the big Yank town, huh?
I'm gonna ride the Yankees till it doesn't work anymore because they are on fire today, -1.5. I think they roll. I also think the Cardinals and the Miami Marlins score a bunch of runs today because the aforementioned Dakota Hudson is pitching. He's been low-key ass this year. So I think we see a bunch of runs in St. Louis. The Yankees, I think, broke the Athletic soul yesterday with how that seventh inning ended and how that game ended. So I like them to win big today. And yeah, the Athletics, man, 25-50 on the year at Yankee Stadium. I think Yankees win handedly in that outing.
Yeah, it's hard to come back from a game like that, and it's hard to just play the Yankees in general. Watching those games, it's like, oh, he's on this team. Oh my God, now he's up, and then yeah, it can get gross in a hurry. You picked the Red Sox yesterday; they got absolutely routed, but I think they win tonight. Red Sox money line plus 120.
I like that pick. Yep.
Taking that with some plus money. I'm looking at this card today, and I wanted to bet on the Phillies against the Braves, but then I realized that Bryce Harper, as we haven't talked about yet, is out for a while with a broken thumb after Yu Darvish hit him. So I'm not taking them. But yeah, I do like the Sox today, and then I do like the Astros money line. The Astros, oh boy, it was a gut check for them. They've had a really tough run. It was the Mets and then I think the Yankees they played, and I think they came out positive in those two series. But they have the Mets again today.
Yeah, they swept the Mets in a 2-game series, I think.
Yeah. Valdez on the mound for the Astros against Carrasco for the Mets. They're in New York this time. I think they come out on top, -120. Not too bad for a money line with arguably the best team in the MLB behind the Yankees. So I'm
Carlos Correa's pitching for the Mets too. His ERA is almost 4.5. They'll light him up. The Mets, to me, I think very predictably, we're going to see a second half collapse of like a 500 team for the Mets the rest of the year, which I think still is good enough to make the playoffs. But with the world champion Braves crashing down on him, they've had sustained injuries to their pitching staff. They played over their heads, and I don't expect them to play this well the rest of the season. They're going to temper off.
Yeah, well, I don't expect it either, but I expect some props to hit today, Johnny. I got a parlay actually, but we'll go with your props first.
Let's see it. Kershaw today. I think he's going to get. Did I say over or under? I thought I said over. I thought I said under. He's going to get lit up in Colorado today.
I think when I see Kershaw in innings, I just think over. Interesting. I like it.
That's fine. He's good for about 5 innings, 6 innings max these days. I know his ERA is still in the 2s, but that's a ballpark he historically has not pitched well in. Avalanche, good mojo for the Colorado teams. Their offense has been clicking lately. Something tells me today he's not going to have a great outing. That team, by the way, you look at the infrastructure of what the Dodgers have been in years prior. There's some cracks in the foundation. This is not the juggernaut we've seen that has won World Series that gets to NLCSs. They lost their setup man. They're desperate for innings. And Kershaw, I think he struggles today. Somebody who's not struggling, Juan Yepez, rookie sensation for the Cardinals, 2 bombs last night, was a lifetime AAA-er, was in the Rule 5 draft. The Cardinals pick him up. Perfect slot with the DH now in St. Louis. He is being mentored by Albert Pujols. Again, he hit a bomb last night into Big Mac land. Just a hefty boy who just hits dingers. No business playing the field at all, but you can get him today plus 425 to go back-to-back. Cardinals have 3 really good rookies. He's one of them. 9 bombs in limited action, and he's somebody that sneaky could get into the NL Rookie of the Year race just by getting more plate appearances.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Plus 425 for a guy who hit 2 bombs yesterday.
Two dingers.
That's fun. That's real fun. Well, yeah, Johnny, you did text me saying under Kershaw, and one, it's because Kershaw. I see that, and I'm like, okay, he's picking the over. And two, it's because this is my parlay today. I got the Dodgers
Uh-oh.
-1.5, and a Trey Turner hit. Trey Turner only's gone 0 for in 16 games this year. One of them was
Okay.
yesterday. I do not expect him to do it again. That was a stinker of a game, 4-0. I had the Rockies over team total 4.5, and I had the Dodgers money line.
Okay.
And yeah, the Dodgers lost, and the Rockies only scored 4 runs, so that really hurt. So I'm hoping to get some vengeance tonight. Dodgers -1.5. Trey Turner over 1 hit or 1 or more hit, and a no run in the second inning. You get that at +330. Love a good little cute parlay with a Nursey thrown in there. I think they bounce back tonight with Kershaw on the mound, even if he doesn't go more than 5. Or 5 or more, I think they still get the dub against CJ Crone and the Rockies. But yeah, if you would have told me that this would have been a game to watch early in the year, I would have been like, shut up, no way. I'm excited for this game. It's gonna be fun.
I am too. A lot of good MLB action on deck tonight. We're creeping up toward the All-Star break. It's
We are.
crazy. The season's going super fast, and I will say this and continue to say it on damn near every show. One step closer to the All-Star break is one step closer to college football season and the NFL, which we cannot wait. And speaking of the NFL, PHNX Cardinals live audio drops later today. Myself, Damian Anderson, we're continuing our off-season What If series. We're talking about today, what if the Arizona Cardinals had passed on Kyler Murray first overall in 2019 and taken Nick Bosa? Here's a preview. They would have been asked, but it would have been interesting to watch what happens. Josh Rosen starting under Cliff Kingsbury, Chandler Jones, Nick Bosa flankering the edge. Yeah, check that out today. PHNX Cardinals audio.
Love audio. Love it. Well, make sure to join us at Four Peaks tomorrow in Tempe, 8th Street Pub. It's going to be a hell of a time every final Wednesday of each month. We will be there doing live shows all day. Every single show will be live there. So yeah, definitely get out there. It's going to be a really good time. Drink with us, hang out with us, watch the shows live, laugh with us. It's going to be a blast. You can follow me on
Cry
Twitter
with us, maybe? Laugh? Cry?
Cry. I hope there's no crying tomorrow.
Tears of joy, maybe.
Yeah. You can follow me on Twitter at Shane D. If you can follow Johnny on Twitter at Johnny Venerable. You can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_bets every day live, Monday through Friday, right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. Follow PHNX_sports across all socials to keep tapped in about what we're doing, as in tomorrow's event and everything. So make sure to show up there, and we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Peace.
Get it,
love,
tap.
Peace, love, and what?
Get it, tap. Keep it tapped in. We're going to have it on tap.
Oh, nice. Love it. Peace, love, and Four Peaks.